You haven't changed much since childhood, they say. And while it sounds like a light-hearted jab, there's truth in those words. As we navigate life, responsibilities and roles pile up, molding us into adults. Yet beneath that grown-up exterior, an untouched part of us remains, the inner child. This isn't just a figure of speech. The inner child is a real psychological part of you that continues to influence your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Now, here's the intriguing part. The inner child doesn't fade away. It stays with us throughout our lives, residing in our subconscious memory and emotional body. Today, we want to help you understand why the inner child never dies. By understanding this concept, you'll gain insight into your own behavior, emotional responses, and even physical symptoms. So if you're ready to embark on a journey of self-discovery and healing, keep watching. We promise it will be worth it. Part 1. What is the inner child? Before we dive into the depths of the psyche to understand why the inner child never truly departs, let's first define what we mean by inner child. The inner child refers to the emotional, playful, and vulnerable part of us that was formed in the early years of childhood. It represents the time when we were innocent, curious, and full of wonder about the world around us. Our inner child is also where our joys and creativity reside, reminding us of the simple pleasures and imaginative spirit that characterized our younger selves. However, the inner child doesn't just hold these positive aspects of childhood. It also carries our wounded parts, the fears, insecurities, and unmet needs that arose during our formative years. These unresolved emotions and experiences can manifest in negative ways, causing emotional pain and impacting our adult relationships and behaviors. Essentially, our inner child encompasses both the best and worst parts of our childhood, making it a complex and crucial aspect of our psyche. Part 2. Why the inner child never dies. Now that we've established what the inner child is, let's tackle the central question of this video. Why does it never die? To answer this, we'll draw upon various psychological concepts and findings from neuroscience. First and foremost, from a psychological perspective, the inner child is stored in our subconscious memory and emotional body. It doesn't disappear after childhood, but rather remains a part of our psyche that continues to influence our thoughts, feelings, and actions in the present. According to attachment theory, early childhood experiences, especially those involving our caregivers, shape our inner child and have a profound impact on our adult relationships. If our needs were met and we felt secure in childhood, our inner child will likely thrive. But if we face neglect, abuse, or inconsistency, our inner child may suffer and manifest in negative ways later in life. Another reason why the inner child doesn't die is due to unmet needs and unresolved trauma. Any psychological wounds or traumas experienced in childhood don't simply vanish over time. They stay alive in our nervous system until we acknowledge, process, and heal them. This is supported by The Body Keeps the Score by Bessel van der Kolk, which explains how traumatic experiences get stored in our body and affect us on a physiological level. It's almost as if our body has a memory of pain that surfaces whenever we encounter similar situations or triggers in adulthood. This phenomenon highlights the importance of addressing our inner child's wounds as they continue to impact us long after the initial experience. Ignoring or suppressing these wounds can lead to a host of emotional and physical issues later in life. Furthermore, neurobiological research provides insight into why the inner child persists. Our brain encodes our childhood experiences into patterns that are stored in our limbic system and are replayed in adulthood. For example, if you were constantly criticized as a child, your inner child may still feel unsafe expressing ideas and opinions as an adult for fear of being judged or rejected. Similarly, if you had inconsistent caregiving, your inner child might struggle with abandonment issues or difficulty trusting others in close relationships. These ingrained patterns and memories demonstrate that the inner child doesn't disappear, but rather continues to influence your thoughts and behaviors through your brain's hardwiring. In conclusion, the inner child doesn't die because it's literally part of your identity. It's shaped by your childhood experiences, emotions, needs, and traumas that are deeply ingrained in your psyche and body. Your inner child is a reflection of who you once were, but it also plays a significant role in who you are now and will become in the future. Understanding this concept is crucial for personal growth and healing, as it allows you to recognize the impact of your past and take steps to nurture your inner child, address its wounds, and integrate it into your present-day identity. Part 3. How the inner child shows up. Now that you have a deeper understanding of what the inner child is and why it never dies, it's time to explore how it manifests in your adult life. Your inner child doesn't fade away after childhood, but instead continues to influence your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors in various ways. One way your inner child shows up is through overreactions to small triggers. Because your inner child is still connected to your limbic system and emotional centers, it can react intensely to seemingly insignificant events that remind it of past experiences. For example, hearing a raised voice might trigger fear and anxiety, leading you to overreact and withdraw from the situation. Similarly, unexpected changes to your schedule or plans could evoke a sense of abandonment or rejection, causing you to feel upset or overwhelmed. Another way your inner child manifests is through a fear of abandonment or rejection. If your early childhood experiences involved inconsistency or separation from caregivers, your inner child might develop a strong fear of abandonment or rejection in adulthood. This could manifest as an intense need for reassurance from partners or friends, a tendency to cling in relationships, or an inability to trust others with your true feelings and needs. You might find yourself feeling anxious or panicky when you're not in the presence of others, or you might feel uncomfortable with being alone and need to always have someone around. Your inner child also influences your ability to trust others. If your childhood experiences were marked by betrayal, neglect, or abuse, your inner child might struggle to trust and get close to others. This could lead to a fear of vulnerability, difficulty opening up emotionally, and a tendency to self-protect by keeping others at a distance. You might find it challenging to feel comfortable and relaxed in the presence of others, or you might feel suspicious or guarded in your interactions with others. However, the inner child isn't all about negative traits. It also brings with it a sense of playfulness, creativity, and joy. If you allow it, your inner child can help you approach life with enthusiasm, spontaneity, and a sense of wonder. This can manifest in various ways, such as finding joy in simple things, being open to new experiences, and expressing yourself creatively. For example, when you laugh uncontrollably at something silly, that's your inner child shining through. When you find beauty in a sunset or a work of art, that's your inner child appreciating the world's wonders. And when you engage in activities that bring you happiness, like playing an instrument or dancing, that's your inner child expressing itself through creativity. Part 4. Healing the inner child. As we've explored, the inner child is a significant part of our psyche that continues to influence our lives in various ways. Nurturing and healing the inner child is essential for our overall well-being and personal growth. Here are some ways to do so. First, acknowledge your inner child. Give your inner child a voice and listen to its needs and feelings. Journaling, guided meditations, or speaking to your inner child can help you connect with it. Reparent yourself. Provide the love, patience, and safety that you needed as a child. This can involve engaging in self-compassion, setting healthy boundaries, and treating yourself with the kindness and understanding you deserve. Engage in activities that bring you joy and help you relax, such as taking a warm bath, listening to music, or spending time in nature. These activities can soothe your inner child and help it feel safe and nurtured. Seek professional help if you've experienced significant trauma or have unresolved issues from childhood. A therapist can guide you in processing your emotions and developing healthy coping mechanisms. In conclusion, the inner child never dies, but you have the power to decide whether it stays wounded or becomes healed, loved, and alive within you. By understanding and nurturing your inner child, you'll embark on a journey of self-discovery, healing, and personal growth. Embrace the wisdom and wonder of your inner child and allow it to guide you towards a more fulfilling and joyful life. And that concludes our exploration of why the inner child never dies. We hope this video has provided you with valuable insights into your own behavior, emotional responses, and physical symptoms. Remember, the inner child isn't just a psychological concept. It's a reflection of your lived experiences and the continuous interplay between your past and present. If this video resonated with you, please share in the comments how your inner child shows up in your life. Your experiences might resonate with others who are going through similar journeys. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with others who might benefit from this knowledge. Subscribe for more informative content.